Hey guys, welcome to GERO Mathematics and Statistics lessons. In today's video, I'm going to be solving this problem. So the problem says if 9 combination x is equal to 4 in bracket 7 combination x minus 1, find the value of x. So how do we get this problem solved? The first thing is to start with our solution, okay? So I'm going to write a solution and then come over, bringing the problem down. So I'm going to write the problem as it is given. Okay, so after writing the problem, I'm going to do this. So clearly 9 combination x is equal to whatsoever we have on the right hand side. So let's simplify. So I'm going to start with writing out 9 combination x in its combinatorial form. That is 9 factorial all over 9 minus x factorial x factorial. So this is how to express this in a more detailed form. And I'm going to come over here, put my 4, and then repeat what I have done over here in the bracket. Okay, so that would mean writing 7 factorial all over 7 minus in bracket x minus 1 all factorial, and then bringing x minus 1 factorial. So this is the first step I'll be taking. Now once that step is done, I'll come over from this step to the next step. So what would you do after getting this solved? Now I'm going to write this as 9 factorial all over, to make it easier, I'm going to put 9 times 8 times 7 factorial. So I'm going to expand my factorial up to that point and leave it there. And you're going to see the reason why I'm actually doing so. The reason why I'm doing so is because you have 7 factorial over here, and I'm actually simplifying. So over here, I'm going to write this as 9 minus x times 9 minus x minus 1, which is 8 minus x factorial. Okay, so this is me expanding 9 minus x factorial up to this point. So you know, in the factorial notation, you're actually multiplying successively, and as you multiply successively, each decreases by 1. So 9 minus x factorial times 9 minus x factorial, 9 minus x minus 1 factorial, okay? So that gives you 8 minus x factorial. Now I'm going to come over to x factorial and write it as x times x minus 1 factorial. So that's what I'm going to do to this side of the expression. And I'm going to come over here and do something similar. So I'm going to write 4 times 7 factorial all over. I'm going to simplify this. Mind you, simplifying 7 minus in bracket x minus 1 is the same as 7 plus 1, because minus times minus 1 is plus 1, and that adds to 7 to give 8. So this ends up reducing to 8 minus x factorial. So I'm going to come to the next thing and bring this again. So x minus 1 factorial. Okay, now if you don't want to cross multiply, you can just do a straightforward cancellation, but I would advise, for clarity's sake, just cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, you're going to end up having 9 times 8 times 7 factorial all over 4 times 7 factorial, and I'm going to take everything in the denominator here to this other side. So I'm going to have 9 minus x, okay, and 8 minus x factorial, and finally x in bracket x minus 1 factorial all over 8 minus x factorial x minus 1 factorial. Okay, so when you get to that point after the cross multiplication, clearly 7 factorial will cancel 7 factorial, it divides each other, and you end up having x minus 1 factorial cancelling x minus 1 factorial. 8 minus x factorial will cancel 8 minus x factorial, so you'll be left with 9 minus x in bracket times x for your final result on the right hand side. On the left hand side, you're going to have 4 can actually cancel itself 1, and these 2, and you're going to have 9 times 2 giving you 18. So the problem simplifies to 18 on the left hand side equals 9 times x, which is 9x minus x squared when x multiplies minus x. So if you rearrange the problem, you would end up having a quadratic equation of the form x squared when it comes over to the left hand side minus 9x when it comes over to the left hand side plus 18 equals 0. So what do we now do? Apply the quadratic formula. So applying the quadratic formula means writing your solution in x as minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And that means you'd end up having minus your b, which is minus 9, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is minus 9 all squared, minus 4 times a, the coefficient of x squared, which is 1, times your c, which is 18. Okay? So all over 2 times a, which is 2 times 1. Okay? So this simplifies to 9 minus times minus 9 plus or minus the square root of 81, which is 9 minus 9 squared. Then 4 times 18, that will give you 2, 3, and that will give you 72 all over 2. And this simplifies to x equals 9 plus or minus 81 minus 72 would give you 9. Okay, it will give you 9, and when you take the square root of 9, you're going to have 3, so this will be 3 over 2. So the problem simplifies to 9 plus 3 is 12 divided by 2, it gives you 6, or 9 minus 3, it gives you 9 plus 3 gives you 12, and 12 divided by 2 is 6, or 9 minus 3 gives you 6, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So the values of x satisfying this equation will be either 6 or 3. Thank you very much for watching this video. Until some other time, please do subscribe to the channel, like the video, and drop your good comments, and I'll be seeing you in my next video.